money make it. I give God all the praises.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big...
Touchdown, Saints! Chris Olave with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 3. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. The slot man in motion right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
2nd and 4. On the left side, he finds Beasley. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And Gresham has it left side.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Spinning past him. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
79 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's first and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that one makes it 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Slot man moves right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown!
Chris Olave
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Fulton. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Lions had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Now he won't quite make it.
He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. He'll look to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick 6, the other comes back and matches it. These are 2 defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
76 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now they'll run it on the toss.
The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually...
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback, make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Now back to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a